cut it. This is more a rant than anything else. So there's been a few things that have been popping up in my news feeds and just like articles that I've been seeing. And the one that I saw today just took the cake and irritated me beyond belief. The first one that I saw was an article on Terry Crews, and it had a picture of him and it was said, "I can't believe you stay at 5% body fat." Here's the picture. I don't know what to say. And the problem here, I'm gonna say it right now, the problem here is that this gives a false sense of judgment for people who are new to the industry, people that don't know any better. Okay, so if you're not into fitness, you're not really looking to get into fitness, then cool. You don't really care what 5% means. If you're this person who has now taken an interest in getting in shape, and now you're chasing the dream of 5% body fat because your favorite actor, Terry Crews, is saying that, oh yeah, he's 5% body fat year round. Year round, 5%. When I step on stage, my glutes and stuff hadn't like come in super tight and stuff, so I was probably ranging around 8%. I mean, let's just understand what 5% body fat actually means. To function as a normal human, to have good hormone levels and stuff like that, your body fat being too low means that this doesn't function well. So to brag about being 5% body fat is irresponsible, in my opinion. I have nothing against Terry Crews. I love the work that he does, but that just infuriated me. He's in the public eye. He's a commercial actor and he's very good at what he does. People make assumptions. So he'll go on a TV show and then people gas you up and stuff and they're like, oh yeah, 5% body fat. Yeah, 5% body fat. You see it in some magazines and stuff. I remember reading a magazine and they were gassing up this guy. I'm not gonna say who it is because it's a big name in the fitness industry, and they were like, oh, you must be like 5% all year round in an interview. And they're like, yeah, 5% all year round. Nah. Lean, yes. My approximate body fat right here is about 12%. Now this looks fairly lean, right? 5% body fat is stupidly shredded. Not lean. You can't associate 5% body fat with lean. That's stupid. Alberto Nunes, that is shredded. Stupidly shredded. To say Terry Crews is 5% body fat is nonsense. Yesterday, I was looking at an article and it was Jim Stoppani on bodybuilding.com. I remember reading a lot of Jim Stoppani stuff in the past. Nothing's really screamed out bro science to me. So when I saw this, I was just like, rah, is this what this guy's saying? So the article was called 7 Scientific Steps to a Camera-Ready Body. I'm gonna flash up the picture that he's got as his main thing, right? So you're probably thinking, oh, this guy's, pretty lean. This is photo shoot ready. So this might not be how he looks all year round. But bodybuilding is science. Yes, it is. How do muscles grow? Science. How do I increase strength? Science. How do I strip body fat? Science. Yes, a lot of science is involved in it. Science allows me to maintain a body weight of 220 pounds and a body fat level of 5% year round without the use of drugs. Let me read that again, just in case you missed it. Just in case you didn't quite hear what I said. Allows me to maintain a body weight of 220 pounds and a body fat level of 5% year round without the use of drugs. Okay. Now, I remember Matt Does Fitness did a video on this, on a similar topic, talking about different types of body fat and stuff like that, and how people can look leaner than what they're showing or whatever. So you might see someone with killer abs like that, because everyone associates leanness with abs, right? Matt Does Fitness is probably the better example. He'll still have abs after gaining flipping 15 pounds of eating like 6,000 calories a day. And you're like, is it the drugs? But then you're just seeing the abs. Then you see his legs and you're like, oh, that's where they're hiding. That is all in there. You got booty, right? You got big leg. Okay. Some people are like that. When I start prepping for something, my back will be shredded to shit, like stupidly. But then you'll see like the love handle bits and you'll see the lower abs and stuff like that. It's not as tight. A lot of it goes to my butt, like got a big butt. So yeah, people hold body fat differently, but 5%. At least say you can stay lean year round. I say this every single time. You can stay lean year round. You can't stay shredded year round unless you're a genetic anomaly. Like hormones, for one, not even the fact that, you have to eat in a certain way and train a certain way consistently all the time and stuff. Just take that out of the equation. Hormonally, You get to the point of a low body fat, your sex drive goes. So that's why you see many people, when you look at them and you're like, oh wow, you just did a show last week, but you put on so much weight this week and this and that, and you're looking at them, almost shaming them. But you need to understand, when you get to those elite levels of such a low body fat, I didn't even get down to those stupidly elite levels of low body fat, and I was hangry, sex drive went, and all that kind of stuff. It's not a nice place to be at. So then to put it on a pedestal and to glorify it as, you know, something that needs to be achieved and held year round is irresponsible. I did not realize that there was still this type of information going around. And I'm not just saying it from a kind of like, hey, I'm the best at everything. I'm still learning. There's mistakes that I've made. I've made the mistakes, I've learned from it, I've read up a little bit more and tried to like cut through, because there's tons of articles. There's tons of BS articles that you can find an article on anything to do with bodybuilding, of someone's opinion of something that's happened. Not necessarily fact. Unless you're going into studies, then that's the only time that you'll get a bit more of an insight. But even then, sometimes the group size that they use is not big enough to actually give a concise answer. So what's the best way that you can do it? Understand it, learn about it, and apply it either to yourself, or if you're working with clients, let them understand what you're doing, and you test and measure things. You kind of start to see trends. You know, is this necessary? Is there any point in this? It's just come to such a realization that there is so much BS in this industry, making people feel shit about sorry for my French. There's so much crap out there that makes people feel so bad about the results that they made. Someone could have lost 100 pounds from being obese to now feeling good, and there'll be something out there that will make them feel crap. And it bugs me, and stuff like that is what is fueling that fire. 5% body fat, my ass. Just understand it, and I don't think there's enough videos of people showing what different body fat percentages look like. They just assume from abs. I don't think there's been a full body comparison of what different body fats look like. Or I think Mac is probably the only person that's shown the differences of this person's 15% body fat, but look, he has abs. This person's 16% body fat, oh, but look, he doesn't have abs. Fat distribution is always different. 5% is low. And to think that you can carry that year round is foolish, and for people high up in the industry to try and make people believe that they can hold that year round is irresponsible and a douche move, in my opinion. Don't believe the hype. If you enjoyed this video, smash the thing, smash the like button. Don't forget to leave a little comment. Gabe, I do kind of like your rants sometimes. Just don't go off tangent so often. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Whipping excursion. I gotta pick up that person. In the trap. Whipping that working. You're not a gangster, you're just an internet version. Flipping that Wurzel. You know me, got the littlest circle. Missus in the crib, you know I'm keeping that fertile. We don't take pictures, you know I'm keeping that personal.